How do everyone? Welcome back to Thank Potty. It's Friday. Myself and my good friend Mark, we're just going to ease you into that mega hot weekend. Well, as we record this, it's actually a Friday.
Yeah,
It's a bit too hot for us Northerners, Mark, isn't it? We're not
it's
doing
too
too
much,
bad.
Tony. It's too much. I need a fan or something to cool us down.
Mate, it's funny when you're on holiday and abroad, this is what you want. Do you know what I mean? Is it just gardeners that like go? Oh, it's too hot now.
Could you imagine being in the polytunnel right now, Tony? Can you imagine it? Too much.
Well, I did exactly what you did, Mark. I went up to the allotment there, and I tell you what I have been doing there, Mark. I have been given, although they're on quad grows, and although I've been going up because of this water, just watering from the top, giving them that extra like bit, because the tomatoes are just like drinking loads. I just want to make sure, mothering them. Do you know what I mean? So,
well, I've got a whole hullabaloo of a drama around watering. No, it's not that exciting. So,
have you got a hose pipe ban?
Thankfully not. It's like I need to go up and water regularly at the moment, and I started having car troubles the other day. Right, so my MOT and service is due in September, which is fine. That's fine. Yeah, absolutely no bother. Not a jot of bother. Hold on, my laptop is telling me it needs to do a restart. I'm just going to put that on snooze so it doesn't restart right in the middle of this. And it's had a wee problem for a little while, and it's easy enough for me to say, an intermittent problem, right?
Right.
Where sometimes when I used to be driving along and it goes bing, bing, bing on the dashboard, right? And the ABS warning comes on, the stability control and the tyre pressure warning all comes on at once. So it's a sensor problem. It's not a problem with the thing itself.
Right.
It's just the sensor. And it only happens sometimes. And I'm like, just leave it till September. It's only a couple of months. And didn't again, what day was it? Tell you what the final straw was, right? It was I've been in the office 2 days this week. I was in Tuesday and Wednesday.
I know, Wednesday recording day. They could have picked a better day.
It was actually Wednesday, right? So I was coming home about 1 o'clock. I left the office or whatever, right? So got in the car. I say, what the hell is this, man?
Is this the car that's the best car you've ever had?
I love my car to bits, right? I absolutely love it to bits, and I've not had a jot of bother with it. Oh, God. So my mate John, who I'm in the office with, he's away out, and I'm ringing him, goes, my car won't start. I goes, I might need you to come back and give us a bump start, because it was like a flat battery sort of, when there's not quite enough power, just sort of so. And I just tried in out a couple of times, eventually on about the fourth or fifth time, just enough juice to get it started. So, of course, driving home, and on Wednesday it was reasonably warm. So I've got the windows up, I've got the aircon off, I've got the radio off. I'm absolutely...
Got the tattoo out the window.
I'm taking hot in the car, absolutely roasting, because I've got nothing turned on because I want the battery to charge while I'm driving. And it sort of charges for a bit and it works fine in the evening when I went out again. But then yesterday morning or whatever, I went to go out and, of course, low battery. Oh, God, here we go again. So I touch for the garage up the road there. He goes, I fetch it in next week. So it's going in on Monday. It needs rear discs done for the MOT anyway in September. So I'm getting that done. He's going to look at the battery problem and he's going to look at the sensor problem all in a one. But of course, how do I get to the allotment? So I can't get it to water. So I made it up the other day to water, like 2 days ago. So I need to water today.
How far from you to your allotment is it?
About 3.5 miles, which is easily walkable.
You need an electric bike.
I've got one, but
you don't even want to use that.
The road that runs at the allotment is really crap. It's like it's a 60 mile an hour road. And you'd think it was like a racetrack the way people drive down it. You've either got like some really old person in like a Hyundai i10 doing 10 mile an hour like this to the garden centre, where you've got somebody like a million miles an hour. It's not a road I'd be comfortable cycling on. Like it's no good. So I bought a gadget. I bought a thing, and I've got a show and tell. It's a whole plethora of a story in one. It's an allotment.
It's a
It's a
gadget.
car. It's a show and tell. It's an Amazon Prime. It's a gadget. It's a thing. So it's Amazon Prime Day.
Right.
You'll be well aware of that. Look at this beauty. This is a smart battery charger for the car. So I ordered it yesterday, and I ordered it early enough that it got delivered this morning. It was delivered. It's back at 8, so just after 8:00.
Right.
The Amazon man. I said, yes, I know what that is. Dead excited. Gets it all hooked up. Gets the car all the way to the driveway. Gets it plugged in. Gets it on charge. So apparently now the battery is fully charged, and I'm hoping that's going to do us just enough. Like, it doesn't need to be perfect, just enough to see us through the weekend till the car goes to the garage on Monday.
Right. Could you not have just bought a
new car?
What am I doing here? What you call it? Sorry, I'm playing with me camera. What's on the front thing there now?
That's going on the blink. Technology.
Could you not have bought a battery? Just went to Halfords or somewhere like that and just got a battery?
Well, I could. I'm not 100% certain it's a battery problem.
Right.
So because of this sensor thing as well, I don't know if it's all linked or whatever.
You could buy a battery and then it's happening to the...
then I've spent 50 quid, 100 quid, whatever a battery costs. So that was an Amazon Prime Day.
So it charge the battery, and did your car start straight away?
It did, but I'm worried that, like the other day when I drove home from work, so I'm about 20 minutes on a good drive. I'm 20 minutes from work, and some of that's motorway driving. So I'm driving at 69 to 71 miles an hour all the way along the motorway. So it gets a decent run for charging the battery. And when I came home and went out later on, it was fine. Right. But then the next day, it wasn't fine. So I'm wondering if it's losing charge somewhere. I mean, my car's a 65 plate, so it's 10 years old now. So if that's the original battery, I don't know if I have no idea if it is or not. If that's the original battery, if it's 10 years old, it could be losing its health. They lose that sort of charge over time kind of thing.
Cycles. So has that charger, is that plug into it like a power?
Yep, so I plug it into the normal domestic socket.
Right.
Connected up to the battery, and it does different stages. So I didn't even know it was going to do this. It did something called desulfurization first. I don't know what that is, but it did it, and then it charges the battery. So when I connected it, a little meter thing comes on,
right,
and it said like 40% charge in the battery. I don't know if that's a good thing, a bad thing, or what, but it's 100% now. And I tested it afterwards, and it started straight away. But after we've done this, I need to pop out, so that'll be an hour's time. So we'll see if it go. But yeah, you see, I'm not bothered. Like if the car's got like age-related problems, that's fine. Like of like wear and tear, like the brake discs need doing. That's fine. That's just wear and tear. You just got to pay for it.
It's not known what the problem is for me. That would chew me up.
Yeah, you lose confidence in it. Like I think that the final straw for me was the possibility of being stuck at work. Imagine being stuck in the works car park and you kind of get the car started. That was the final straw. Like when it came out the office, and I'm just like, nah. Done. It's going to the garage. Done with it.
That happened to me, Mark. That exact thing. I did a night shift at work, middle of nowhere in Gunnerton, which was like an hour and 20 minutes from here. Did a night shift, just snowed the heavens high.
Yeah.
No one could get in for the 7 o'clock. No one. Boss, my colleague who was going to take over, no one could get in. You needed a tractor to dig it out. I was still there at dinner time. You know what I mean? Oh.
Oh man,
I
I
mean,
think
we did have, in them days, the self-inflating mattresses and everything like that on the night
the
shift.
wee
You know what I mean?
survival kit.
Survival kit, yes. So,
Oh man, I kind of mind if I've said before, but I think the worst car thing I've had was I've said I bought a swanky Mercedes before, right? What a waste of money that was! What a waste of space, right? And I eventually got rid of it, but the piece de resistance for that was it had air suspension, right? So like you can adjust the height of it, and it's dead comfy. Like it was like driving in your armchair. Like it was
right,
beautiful. Like, doo, doo, doo. And there's one time I was booked into the recycling centre. So I had a boot full of stuff, right? And I goes in, turns it off, right? It goes down. When you turn it off, it goes down. When you put it on, it goes up, right? I turn it, and it went like right down,
right.
like right down. Like it was like that far off the floor. Like imagine your sills,
Uh-huh.
like that. I thought it was right down in the arches. I was like, it's a bit
Doesn't look
odd.
right.
So you just start, you're in the boot and you're putting your stuff in the tip and that. Like, so I gets back in the car. This isn't right. So of course it hasn't gone back up on the air suspension. So bearing in mind I'm about this this much off the ground, I'm like, Jesus. So of course you're trying, and it would not work. The air suspension was done. So in a swanky Mercedes, there's a button in the roof you can press, and it calls up Mercedes, and they send somebody to
Right.
recover you. So I pressed this button, spoke to whoever it was, and like, aye, recovery, blah 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 blah. It'll be however long. So I'm at the tip, so I'm at the recycling centre, and I'm stuck. So I goes and speaks to the boy who works, and I'm like, oh my God, they've clocked it by the way by this. Oh, yeah. So the recovery truck eventually comes about half an hour later, which to be fair was pretty good
Mm-hmm.
time wise, and it comes in. So the guys close the tip, don't they, while I'm getting recovered? So they close the gate, and I'm stood there, and all I can see is this massive queue of cars forming down the street with all these people with all that crap in their boot to come to the tip. And here's me just stood there while this boy spends 20 minutes, half an hour loading my car onto the back of his truck. And by the time it was finished, there was just a trail of cars down the street, people just sitting there like, who's done this at the tip? So, like,
To be
what a
honest,
palaver.
the tip is a stressful place. Do
Oh,
you know what I
isn't
mean?
it?
Because you always think you're going to get pulled for something.
You're putting that in the wrong bucket.
Aye, and do you have to like book into a tip? Do you like?
We do now. I think
Mm,
it was either last year or the year before they put this system in place where you've got to book a slot. And well, it's pros and cons because I like it because you just turn up,
mm-hmm.
you get your slot, and it's not like rammed. You know, like there's not like
Yeah,
you've got like lunchtime on Saturday and there's 100 people all trying to get in. You turn up and there's a limit to the number of people that'll get in. But it's like a cost saving thing. So our tips now only open 3 days a week.
oh,
It used to be like
it's still
5,
busy.
7 or whatever. So you compressed your days and that, like. But
Mm.
it's a cost saving thing by the council, I guess, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, but I'm saying you'll still probably rock up, and it'll still be busy then, because you know what I mean. The slots will be all taken.
Yeah,
Anyway,
the slots are booked, but it's there's a limit to how many. It used to be
right.
like like
Also,
everyone's
that
like,
means then you've got a load of rubbish, but you want to you'll have to wait
aye,
2.5 weeks to get it.
yeah,
Right.
exactly. When I was doing this house
See,
up,
that just encourages from scrupulous people fly tipping.
fly tipping,
You know what I mean? It just
yeah,
it does. You know what I mean? Going
and
back,
then
Mark,
yeah,
go just jump before I forget it. Jumping
all
back
right,
to batteries. Ah, this brainwave of buying off Amazon. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I don't know where it wasn't primed or anything, but I had an old car. I think it might have been the old Volvo.
yeah,
I had to get a battery for that. But in the meantime, I checking like battery. You know, I wanted some jumper leads. Couldn't see any, or I
yeah,
did, but I was thinking, well, I need another car. Do you know what I mean? And if I'm like at the allotment and it's like how do I came up, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Amazon, USB-C little thing like that. Charge
right,
it, just portable. Put it on.
uh-huh.
It'll jump your car.
Job's a good one. Yep.
Job's a good one. I went, oh, 80 quid. I remember the price of it, 80 quid. Put it on, you know what I mean? Feel, put it on. Well, I should have known it was that big. You know what I mean? But it had proper crocodile clips. Do you know what I mean? And I turned it. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Never started once, just not enough power in it. Do you know what I mean? I was like,
oh man, oh Cars, man, Tony. I tell you, cars. And it's like, obviously now that I'm a single man, I've only got one car, and I've got a couple of days off next week, and I'm like, I've got to get the car sorted before then, or else I'm stuck. Like, you know,
First
I
world
kind of,
problem, not you walk, young man. You'll walk.
well, first world problems are still problems, Tony. But like,
like you see, I went up yesterday and gave
aye,
a good water to like all the plants in there today, and two of the sweet potatoes are still wilting.
oh
You know what I mean?
really?
Like wanted water again. Do you know what I
Jeez,
mean? So
oh.
if you kind of get up because your car's,
Aye.
do you know what I mean? So
Well, I'm hoping this afternoon I'll get up because I want to be there the weekend because Robbie's away at the moment, so I'm like rattling about because I've been in my wee routine, like getting up, doing my work. I've been going to the gym, coming back, getting showered, changed, going to the allotment, coming back, getting my tea, watching a bit of TV, whatever. My wee routine, like keep myself dead while he's away, keep myself dead busy because like everyone's like, oh, it must be great. You've got all this time to do what you want when you want, and it's weird because when he's here, like obviously I'm usually running about doing stuff for him and all over the place. But I've got like 2.5 weeks of like what do I do? Just rattling about the house and like, I mean, on the one hand, it's good. Like I've pickled all my beetroot and stuff like that, and I'm going to make raspberry jam and stuff. And you know, I've got all my.
mine, what you could do is fix that backdrop because them three hats have been. That's the only.
Well, I should probably put something up there.
You know
I
what
was
mean?
thinking about I might get a picture of you, Tony, and put it up there. That'd be nice. A nice wee picture of Tony or nothing.
I
I'll
see
do
on
that.
your
I'll do that
notes.
next week.
You mentioned on your notes, like, did you buy anything from? And I'm normally a good, that's all I bought, Mark. A basic as well. 128. I can't.
You can never have too many of them, though, Tony.
You know what I mean?
You
Micro
never
card.
have to. The number of times, right? I keep meaning to leave a spare one of the allotments because I don't know if you've ever done it. You go up there with your camera and all that, and you go like turn it on, and it says no SD card, and you've left it in the bloody computer, and you're like,
You see, so how are you? Oh no, I always leave it in. I just use a USB cable.
I take mine out and put it in the computer and take the files off. Aye.
Why do that? Why don't you just
have it? Just do it. It's just the way I do it.
So can you not just out of curiosity, just plug a USB into a camera and just drag them?
I mean, I probably could. Like, I guess so. I'm looking on my. Oh man, I'm not connected to the thing, am I? I was going to look on my. You know, you're talking about Amazon Prime. Like, what have I bought on Amazon Prime? And I've bought a few things, and I'm trying to remember everything I've bought. So I was going to look on my Amazon.
JB's been spending money.
He's been spending.
He's bought this setup, I think.
All right, yeah.
I use for the garden because he's had that M50 for.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
How long has he had that? How long has he had that?
And he's like used it. So he updated his camera in here for when we talk. But now I think he said it's just arrived today. So he was asking us all my settings. What settings do you? Because
what do you use? What do you got?
Because I'm sure if JB's right, there's no like stability with his M50. So if you walk with it,
it's all.
So, but if you walk with this thing, it's just inside the computer, whatever. It just works it all out. And
you see, that's what I like about that little DJI one that we've both got. The
mine's smashed.
3.
But
the gimbal is so good on it. Like having a built-in gimbal is brilliant.
But it's 3-axis, not. Have I got this right? Not 4-axis.
Oh.
So what I did notice is this: if I walk through a garden centre, I'm a YouTuber. If I walk through a garden centre, it's pretty smooth. But if I walk through a garden centre with the Pocket 3, yes, it's lovely like that. But you get this motion.
Really?
You've got to get like another a thing that you know what I mean. So
I was interested there, Tony, that you said but. Somebody once told me, right? Somebody once said, nothing good ever comes after the word but. It's like, You've got a point. You know, when you think about it, you think when somebody says, but there's nothing good coming after it. But I've got my Amazon list up. Like, so
All right.
I haven't bought loads of stuff, just a few things. So I've obviously got my battery charger, and I got some Grenade high protein, low sugar bars, which I have for breakfast on a morning time, especially when I'm in the office. It's nice and handy.
How much did they cost, Mark? How much did they cost from Amazon?
They're about £17 for 12. There you are. So they're not the cheapest and they're not the most expensive. And I bought
This kid's got money to burn.
four towels for going to the gym. So at the gym, I've got a towel. I've bought a garden tool belt. So a little pouch thing that just sits on my side of my hip there. Because I'm forever losing things. Like, I'll put them down, like my hori knife in particular. I put it down, and I'm like, where the hell is that? Or my secateurs. And I'd seen, I think it was Brian on Beech Grove Garden had one, and I was like, getting one of them. So got one of them. I got a vegetable peeler.
Right.
I got a book, and I got some pictures for my wall.
Right.
And I got, wait for it, I got 3 face masks.
For sleep.
There you go. That's what I've bought off Prime Day so far.
The face, like an eye mask for sleep, or face mask
no,
for
I like it. So I get dry skin sometimes, especially in here, Tony.
Right,
I don't know if you know yourself, but obviously when you've got a beard, you've got to really get in the beard, or else you get dry skin in the beard. Like, you don't want beard gruff. That's not a good look. So I've tried, I've got this really liquidy sort of moisturizer to get in and about, because normal moisturizers are creamy and thick and you can't get them in. So I've got a special one from L'Oreal that gets in a beard, and then I've got little face masks, right? And about once a week, once a fortnight, just lie on the couch with some nice music on, pop it on.
Why not?
Tony, try it. It is bliss. These things are like, your skin is amazing afterwards. Right. It is lovely, and it's a one for men. So of course it's black coloured. When you put it on, you couldn't possibly have a different one, like a pink one or whatever, for a man. Oh, beautiful, Tony. Beautiful, honestly, lovely.
How long has this habit been going on, Mark?
I've only used 3 of them.
Right.
Like, this is a recent habit. But they were reduced. They were $1.99 each on Prime Day, and I thought, I'm going to get a little stock of them, and just every couple of weeks, just have a wee cleanse, sort yourself out, you know.
Hey, get you, modern man. No,
it's first time I've ever tried anything like that as well. Never, ever in the history of time have I had a face mask before, and I just thought, Gonna try one. As you do.
Melanie buys this, and I'll never get around to using them though. Loads of creams, moisturizer creams, and all this for face. You know what I mean? And yes, this is just warm. You know what I mean? It's too. I think it's long gone to kind of try and smooth these wrinkles out.
There's a boy on TikTok I watch. Jack, he's dead funny. This guy, and he's doing a video a day, testing out his wife's beauty products until his wife discovers he's doing it. So she buys loads of stuff, and he's like, it's day 13. Today we're trying super oil serum from he's got his wee towel on and that, and he's putting his stuff on, and he's going, it's day 23. My wife has noticed that my skin is looking better and I've got a glow about me. She doesn't know I'm doing these videos though. So I'm waiting for his channel to be just discovered by his wife. But he's funny doing that. Yeah, he is. But
question then, Mark.
Oh,
are we thinking then of buying a new car or a car? 10-year-old's an old girl. You know
but because I was in the huff with it, right? I came home and I was like, right, Auto Trader, Lease Logo is actually a really good website. If anybody's interested in leasing a car, there's a website called Lease Logo, and it's like one of these deal site sort of things. Brilliant. Then I'm just like, it's not that bad. Just don't catastrophize. Just chill. Just get it fixed. Because I think the age it's at now, if I get these couple of problems fixed, that's it sound for the next 2 to
Well,
3 years, I
let's
reckon.
just have a gauge.
Mm.
Let's just have it. It's 10-year-old, right?
Yeah,
So we're going over that. That way is bad, right? So it's 10-year-old. So it's
yeah,
there now. What's the
yeah.
mileage?
39,000,
That's
which is
all right.
nothing for a 10-year-old car. Hmm.
All right then. So
Yeah.
no.
I think once you start getting more towards late 50s, 60,000 sort of miles, that's, but I'm only doing 4,000 miles a year, if that.
Mhm.
At the minute, I don't do a lot. I don't do a lot. I don't.
Well, my Volvo had about 126 on,
Mm.
and the clutch went, and I
Aye.
was thinking, I mean, I don't know if I've mentioned this, and it
Yeah.
was every quote I got was over £1,000,
Oof.
more towards 1,500 for it. And
Goodness.
again, the same with you, where the MOT's due.
Yeah.
If it fails that, and I've just spent
Aye.
1,500,
Hmm.
so and I was thinking, well, how do I sell it to someone with the
Yeah.
clutch had gone? Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
It was like,
Yeah.
so I went, you buy any car, you buy any car. I said they'll give us about 600 for it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
They came straight away. It came back. You know how we kind of come back.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was close to 3,000. I went,
Nice.
oh. I said, even if they knock
Yeah.
2,000 off, you know what I mean?
You're still happy.
So I books it in. I sells it
Uh-huh.
online, and I had to
Yeah.
go up, and it was just honestly, literally up the road there. So
Yeah.
I jumps in the car,
Uh-huh.
and it wouldn't start. This
Oh,
time,
no.
I was like,
You want to borrow my battery charger?
it wouldn't start, and the clutch was like stuck on the floor.
Oh,
And I was
man.
like,
Aye.
they'll know. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
They'll kind of, I can't even
Uh-huh.
get there if this happens, you know, because they'll walk around it and everything like that.
Yeah.
They'll kind of know. So I was like, oh. So it just so happens where I was parked was on
Mm.
a slight canter. So I went, I'm just going to
Just roll.
just see what happens. You know what I mean? Backwards as well, backwards. So I started rolling. The clutch popped up.
Yeah.
It started.
Uh-huh.
So when I went to put it in the first gear, I kid you not, Mark, it went down like water.
Oh,
Honestly,
really?
it went like water, as if like. But the last, like, it went into gear, but
Uh-huh.
it wouldn't come
Yeah.
up like, you know, like, and then you pull away.
Yeah.
It must have had about 2 centimeters of like bite on it to get it away. Do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
brilliant.
So I was like, oh, so I was like, because it kept on stalling, but because it was up the clutch, it would start. So I eventually worked out how to kind of this drive, and so I think I drove in second to this place. He
Yeah.
was waiting for us with his clipboard and his yellow visor,
Ready
right?
to go.
Come in, sir. You know what I mean? Come in. So
I'm trying.
I drove in, and he says, just put it in that thing. He says, well, we'll just have a look.
Yeah.
Because it was the dog car, right? It was
Right.
rotten inside, right? It was. I mean, literally, I lifted the boot when he went. I says it's the dog car. I says my wife's coming to pick us up. I says, he says it's we get these. He says we get these second cars. He says you're right, mind you. You know what I mean? And I think that took his focus off
All right. The clutch.
other things because it was pretty dirty.
Brilliant.
You know what I mean? And he says, you get it. He says, I kind of knock money off for dirt. He says, I knock money off for the engine faults, big faults, and body damage. He says, is your engine all right?
Well, the engine's all right.
And I clocked, I thought, he's not actually going to, you know, he's just asking. So I'll just say, I says, it's fine. Fine. Everything's fine. I says, all it is, I says, there's a bump there, and it's dirty. But I says, it's got 100 and, he says, don't worry about this. He says, Volvos go forever.
Yeah.
No problem. He says, we'll go in, we'll fill some paperwork in, and then we'll make a deal. And I was like,
Here
So
we go.
Right? Goes in.
Yeah.
Fills he went from, I think, somewhere close to 3,000 to 1,700, I think it was. Also, because of the damage. He says it's damaged.
Yeah.
I went, oh, right, yeah.
Sign,
yeah.
Where's out here?
So he says, right, he shook my hand. He says, oh, we've just got to do one more test on the
Oh,
thing.
no.
Will it start? Right.
Oh.
I could have just went like that. And I went,
Don't drive
all
it.
right. He says, it's just, he said, I forgot all about that. He says,
Yeah.
I seen you drive in. He says, it's working. So
Aye.
I goes in, I gets the keys. I turned it, nothing happened. Right? I went, what? As if like, and he went, he looked and he went, and he got me gear stick and he went, are you in gear? And it started. It just, whatever happened, it started.
Brilliant.
Do you know what I mean? And I think he must have thought I couldn't drive and shook the gear stick and it, you know what I mean? But it clicked. He went, no problem. Excellent. How are you out? That's it. Thank you.
Oh, man.
And I was thinking, when he comes to when they come to get it to drive it on the wagon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's going to be like, yeah.
It's not what you know what I mean.
Oh,
And actually, I'm sure it was more than 1,700, Mark. But you had to pay, I think it was £24 extra. Right. There was 3 different prices. There was you don't pay anything. You'll get your money in a week's time. You pay £24. You get it within 2 hours, or you pay it might have been 37 or something like that. You got it instantly.
Right.
So I went, I'll just pay the 24. And he says, it'll just come off the bill. You don't pay money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So by the time I got home, that money was in my bank. You know what I mean? I've never heard.
Could I have it in cash, please?
Just to get a train ticket away.
Man.
Because I was honestly thinking I would have to pay someone to take it away.
Like a scrap. It's a result of that. But I mean, I have thought, I have swithered like quite a bit about getting a new one, but then I think we're almost at the stage of like diminishing returns in terms of technology in cars. Because like my car, it's got heated seats, it's got Apple CarPlay, sat nav, climate control, parking sensors, and I'm like, what more do I need? There's nothing like technology to work. That'd be good. That's always a good start. But I'm like, what else? What else do I really, really need in a car?
I do like. I know this is I do like Apple CarPlay. The Volvo
Brilliant.
didn't have it, but this Ford that I've got does. Do you know what I mean? And my wife's car's got it as well. And it's just
I like using it for the maps, for the Apple Map, Google Maps. I use it, but brilliant.
I use that. Funny enough, that we use Apple Maps in here, and it's just brilliant. To be honest,
it's magic. So seamless as well. Just plug it in or connect to your Bluetooth, whatever.
And you're used to that kind of layout. Do you know what I mean? Because it's Apple layout, so you're kind of used to the icons. You know what I mean?
Well, we were on Wednesday at work. We had one of the pool cars, so one of the cars that we use at work, and it was a Kia something or other. It was all right. It was but like we were chatting about like the buttons in cars these days. Like a lot of the new ones are like touch screens, and when you're driving, you've got to go into menu. If you're going to change the heating or something like that, I've got to go into here and I like a thing to like an actual physical.
But that's the big Volvo we got. That's how you do it, and you do literally take your eyes off the road.
Yeah,
because each heat has got like one for the passenger, one for the. So you've got to do 2 times. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to do. I think you can lock it to make it right, but we haven't set it, so you kind of, you know what I mean. And then to blow it like hard, like you've got to swipe across
to do what? Sorry, Tony.
To blow it to get cool air. You know what I mean?
Right. Just clarifying that, Tony.
It's not that good of a car. That's why.
What bigger models that you've got?
That's why Volvo drivers are always smiling. So you're totally right. You kind of buttons are because it's muscle memory. You know where that button is. You just and you know where, you know what I mean? And you get fingerprints all over your screen.
Oh, God. No, it's awful.
That's a first world problem, isn't it?
First world problem. But I don't know. I'm thinking if I get it fixed, if it's not going to cost us the earth, then I'll probably keep it another couple of years, I reckon. I do. I reckon that'll be done with it for 2 or 3 years or whatever. Because I sometimes think as well about, would I like a little, because I've got my motorbike license as well. So I'm like, would I like another motorbike? And I've never really been keen on getting another one. And like, but I could get a little summer car, like a little BMW Z4, like a little 2-seater, just sort of
you, man, get you a single fella, low down sports car.
But like, they're not mad expensive. Like when you look at them,
how are you going to get a bag of compost in one of them? How are you
I would get it as like a second
trailer.
Car. Big IFA Williams sort of thing on the back of it. So. But then I think, like a 4x4, that'd be dead useful, like a big 4x4 thing and that. And then I'm like,
but I think, I'm sure I'm not exactly. The brother-in-law who came down to help us with the garden, he's got a Discovery, and I'm sure that the tax now is about probably $5,000 or something silly.
Holy moly!
You know what I mean? It's like big cars, like are getting clattered with the tax. You know what I mean?
Well, I like the new Defender, the Land Rover Defender, the new one. I like that. But
that's what he's got. Sorry, that's what he's got.
Defender?
That's what he's got. The Land Rover.
Okay. Kind of hide money, Tony. Kind of hide money.
Well, he had 3 cars, and he got rid of one of them, which was the old Land Rover Defender. You know, that cool looking.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just great. You know what I mean? Because we used to have them in the works. You know what I mean? Like they were just fab. Do you know what I mean? They were just like a lovely looking. But these cars, fabulous, to be honest. But I'm sure it's like it might not be, but I'm sure there is some. You know, like I say, a Rolls Royce. I'm sure that's about $5,000 something. There's a big tax on some big, and big Kias and stuff like that. So,
well, I don't move in the circles that I know how much a Rolls Royce tax is, Tony. I don't know how much these things cost. It's out my ballpark sort of thing.
He says with his Mercedes.
Used to, honestly, what?
Didn't like that. Didn't like
that was like when I got my last promotion. I was like, right, that's.
Was this did you get it from brand new as well?
No, it was was it a 17 plates? But you're going back 5 years ago, or whatever. So it was only 2 or 3 years old when I bought it, and it was beautiful. It was a C350E, and it was beautiful. Honestly, the seats were comfy. Everything was just perfect in it. And I tell you what, is the road noise, like non-existent. You're just like just gliding along, sort of thing. But then I had that fancy air suspension that failed, and I was like, can't be dealing with this. So got a shot of it.
Going back to the Apple CarPlay, I'll tell you why I do like it as well, because if you get a text message, it comes up, you press a button, and it reads the text, and then you can just talk. And says, do you want to send one? Yes. What do you want to say? I've got mine in the voice of Jane Horrocks. You know what I mean? And it's and this is like all through Apple. Do you know what I mean? That their voices, and you just like, so it's Jane Horrocks saying, "Tony, your son Reed has texted. He's saying this. Do you want to say it back? You know what I mean? It's like a northern kind of Yorkshire accent.
You see, Tony, we're definitely moving in different circles there, because you see, if I'm in the car, right, say on the odd occasion I just go to play golf, right, and say there's me and my 3 mates in the car. It strikes the fear of God into you, right, that anything from your phone comes through onto the screen. And of course, you've got 3 lads in the car. And as a text message comes in for like your mum, it's like, call mum. And if stop. You're in the car, reply to mum. Turn it off, sort of thing. And it's like, no.
I'll get like from like, say, son, daughter, wife, it's 3 words.
Yeah.
Where are you? That's all. Where are you? You know what I mean? That's all I get.
Oh man! So how's the new allotment come? I've seen he's been doing a lot of work on it. Some graft been going on there.
Well, it's funny enough, Mark. There's an allotment on my allotment, but it's like over the wall. So it's the other ones where we never speak to.
North of the wall. Oh.
Now it's down right down the bottom, and they are
Yeah.
going hammer and
Oh,
tongs.
really? Yeah.
Oh man, there was like a tree that was like
Uh-huh.
that. They cut it all down. They've dug it out. They've dug it out.
Jeez,
It's
oh.
like there was the old ones must have put carpet down in there. It's all that's done.
Oh,
I was thinking, bloody hell, they're flying.
aye.
But it's literally too hot at the moment. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Mm-hmm. Well, that's next week. I've got say a couple of days off, and one of the things I want to do is on my new plot is like just a little section of the fence is a bit wonky,
right?
so I need to take out 3 posts, put some new chicken wire in, put the bar along the top. Not a massive job, but then I'm thinking, how am I going to get the posts into the ground when it's like this? The grounds can be rock solid. It's going to be absolutely rock solid. So I'm like, am I going to have to go the day before, water the ground to soften it up, and then go up there maybe as early the next morning and
Have
try
you
and
not
get
got
it
it?
in.
See, I've got it in my hut. I've got a pick that's in the hut.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, because I'll hit that problem. Do you know what I mean? So,
get it sorted. Yes, but I'm, and if it's hot and I'm getting bothered, and I'll be like, oh man, why am I doing this job when it's like this? But hopefully it'll be all right.
it's what you just said there. Like how hot will it be in them polytunnels now? It's just, you know what I mean?
Well, tomorrow's meant to be even worse, isn't it? I think tomorrow's meant to
Well,
be
not for us. I
27
think it's
degrees.
cool, and it's even. You know how I looked on the weather thing today, and you know how in
Aye.
like cold weather it says feels like, and it's always colder.
Yeah.
It's the other way now. So it's 24 here, but it feels like 28.
Never happy, Tony. Oh, we're never happy. It's too cold or it's too hot. It's never, if it could just be about 19, 20 degrees, sort of, a good sort of t-shirt and shorts weather, but not so that you're like dripping.
Mine,
You're like,
it's. I tell you what I love, mine, and this is just pure laziness. It's just like you get up. It's just like putting yesterday's clothes on. Do you know what I mean? Shorts, t-shirt, underpants,
oh,
no
yeah,
socks,
no,
sandals, and I'm
uh-huh.
done. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
that's me
just like
today. Shorts,
dead quick.
t-shirt, sliders,
Uh-huh.
jobs are good.
Uh-huh.
Jobs are good. And that's me just for work, just for podcasts, just for going out, the
Well,
multifunctional uniform.
and it's so bizarre that because you get to the winter, and I'm like, I think it's with years of working in the water board in and off. I can have the office even
Yeah.
when we're like in like the van heaters will be on. So
Uh-huh.
I always get like cold, feel the cold way more than other
Right.
people. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
My son's been like a student in Bristol for 3-4 years. They don't put the heating on. Do you know what I mean? So he's used to like
Down,
cold. The
warm
wife,
down south, isn't it?
you know what I mean? The wife doesn't have the heating on, but I like hit the cold straight away. So like
Aye.
I say, I've got sandals, shorts on there now.
Yep.
But I can remember like the fire on, the dogs round the fire. Do you know what I mean? Like wrapped up.
Oh, man. But it's the whole thing that it's the extremes now, though, isn't it? That we seem to get. We get these like little batches of extreme. There's not like a constant through the summer. It's not going to be like a constant sort of 19, 20, 21 sort of degrees. It's like cold and then it shoots up. It's like 26, 27, and then it's whoosh, it's way back down and then back up and back down. It's the same over the winter. We're seeing it like going whoosh right down for a couple of days and then right back up.
We've got a
weird
window wide open in the bedroom and a big fan going as well. You know, one of these kind of tall, thick, like circular fans blowing. And it's funny because the dog sleeps on the bed. But obviously the fan's blowing directly at the dog. The dog shivers. I can feel the dog shivering. Do you know what I mean? So
poor thing. But remember, it was a TV show. You know The Apprentice?
Yes.
The TV show, like Alan
Don't
Sugar.
watch it, but I know it.
You're hired, sort of thing. Well, the guy who won The Apprentice this year is
air conditioning guy, wasn't he?
Sorry,
air conditioning.
Air conditioning. Nah, that's what I was going to say. Like, it's becoming a bigger because these extremes of temperature. Obviously, we're getting hotter. Like down in London today, it's like 32 degrees or something like that. So I think they're seeing more air conditioning units getting installed, like a bigger demand for it.
You're hitting on a stream that's going to be one of my next videos on the other channel.
Goodness.
Because there's a company called EcoFlow. who do the batteries.
Uh-huh.
They've sent, honestly, Mark, it's came. They've sent me the mother of all like things being
Brilliant.
sent. You know what I mean?
Can't
So
wait
it's
for it.
like
Can't
solar
wait.
panels, batteries, everything. You know what I mean? So it's all green
Looking
energy.
forward to that.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I am chuffed to bits with what's come, to be honest. So I've been actually this morning,
Uh-huh.
because the scent, Mark, right? So I'm 6'3", right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So part of the pack, there was boxes and boxes. Do you know what I mean? There was about 9, 10 boxes, right? All different shape sizes. There was 2 boxes that came that were taller than 6'3".
Wow.
I would say 1.5 meter
Yeah.
span wide, and about
Was Melanie in the house at the time this all
no,
turned?
no,
Just as
no,
well. Just as
no,
just as
thank
well.
God.
Just as well.
They were about say 12 inches tall, and
Yeah.
it came with other boxes, and it came on a bit. The wagon was nearly as long as the street,
Wow.
right? It came on a pallet. He had to dump it in the middle of the road, right? He says, "There's more coming, mate. There's more coming." And I was like, "Mother of God,
What?
more coming in another wagon." I tried to lift one of these things. I just
Yeah.
couldn't. It was just like
Or like
when
the
you get
battery
to
and that, like the weight of the
no, it
battery.
was like the solar panels.
Oof.
So I was like, "Oh, I says these. What are these solar? I've got 2 of these solar panels." I said, "What are these going to be like?" So against the sun, and
Yeah.
then it was literally, you slide cardboard along. Like we had to
Yeah.
do that. You know what I mean? Right through, right through. I took them to thing. Yeah, there's 4. So there's 2 in each one.
Oh,
So
brilliant.
I've got them now because the whole idea of this is like you put them where you want them. You hang them off balconies. It's called
All right, right.
balcony solar, a solar balcony. So it's
Uh-huh.
come from like say Italy and Spain, where if you're in a rented property or you're in a flat, but you still
Aye.
want like solar power.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
Have you got a balcony, Tony?
no, but I've got a
No.
garden wall that faces south. So
Ah,
that's what they
nice.
say as well. This is
Yeah.
the whole
On the
idea. You can
wall.
kind of, but
Brilliant.
they are huge, Mark. Huge. Well, it's like I say, they're taller than me. Do you know what I mean?
You know when they said, "Do you want this?" Did you look on the website and look at the dimensions, or did you just go, "I'll have one of them"?
Well, they say is that it's going to be a 450 watt.
Right.
You're getting 2, but the
Uh-huh.
2 is 4. If you know what I mean, it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, all right, yeah. I'll put one. This is me thinking, like, when they come, I'll put one on the bay window outside the front. You know what I mean? And no one will be able to see it.
No one will see the window. It'll be.
Oh, it covers the front yard. You know what I mean? Mind, I did take one this weather, Mark. I
Aye.
took one just for because I've been doing a video. So I took one of the boards to the
Uh-huh.
front, plugged it in because you get these batteries. That's the whole thing. It's like this battery
Yeah.
backup for your house. Straight away, pushing
Really
electric
going.
in. Oh man, I was thinking, do you know what I mean?
Brilliant. So do you think it's going to save you a lot of money then?
Oh, it's undoubtedly. Do you know what I mean?
Brilliant.
Because see, I'm on a system at the moment where I'm paying stupid money for electric. Everything's electric here, Mark. I've got 1, 2. I mean, I'm surrounded by electrics on,
Aye.
so I can get all this and just put it on a. It's not complicated. It's quite easy, but it all
Yeah.
just plugs into your sockets and it
Brilliant.
knows what it all works out.
Mm.
But if I can get like free electric for like
Yeah.
my coffee machine is a
Uh-huh.
fortune to run. Do you know what I mean? Because it's on from a certain time,
Yeah.
but people don't get up at that certain time, so they put it on and it's forgotten about. Do you know what I mean? It's forgotten about. So sometimes it's probably like a £5 a day just to run the
Yeah.
coffee. Well, it all adds up. You know what I mean? So,
Oh man, I don't know.
but I'm on like a silly tariff. I'm on like
Yeah.
this kind of normal tariff because I haven't got a smart meter. So we're getting a smart meter, and
Nice.
then I can go on the thing where you follow the price tariff. Do you know what I
Even
mean?
better. Yeah.
Where this system will follow the tariff.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I mean? So it'll charge when, and I've seen through the day between say 12 o'clock and 3:30,
Uh-huh.
I've seen it where it's minus price.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Honestly, it's like, and you think, but then it goes to like say 4 to 6.30. It goes up to like 48 pence a kilowatt hour. Do you know what
Because
I mean?
everyone's in from their work, aren't they? And everyone's
Aye,
making
and
a
it's just
tea
like,
and doing whatever they're doing. Aye.
I mean, so if you
Oh,
can, because the whole idea is you have these big batteries or these
yeah.
batteries, and you have them dotted around the house. You
Uh-huh.
charge up on cheap tariff or free solar. Then
Yeah.
it gives it out when you want it. You know what I
When
mean?
you want it.
So I'm
Brilliant.
hoping. Do you know what I mean? Hoping.
Look, well, I was gonna text you the weekend and I forgot, but I got another hour of free electricity on Saturday. So between 2 and 3 on Saturday, I made sure I was in the house. The washing machine was on. My AirPods were getting charged. My phone was getting charged. My watch was getting charged. The computer was on. Everything was
You
on.
see, Mark. You see. Now, if you had two of them batteries
Yeah.
and you charged it through that free tariff, then you've got
Uh-huh.
like two big batteries
Yep.
of, you know
Stored
what I
up.
mean, stored
Mm-hmm.
up. Stick,
Aye.
plug it into your washing machine, or you
Well,
know what I
if
mean,
you want to
whatever.
send them up if you want to send them up the road, Tony,
Unfortunately,
just pop in a box.
if you could come down in your little sports car,
Little
I'll give you the I'll
two-seater.
give you the solar panels.
Well, you see, again, my mate Gary at work is he's talking about getting a Porsche. He wants that's his dream. That's his
Right.
dream, getting a Porsche. And we often talk about like it's obviously the Porsche Boxster is the entry level one, and you can get them now like high mileage ones for not like you're talking probably $5,000, and like you've got a Porsche like a convertible Porsche you can drive around in. But we always say like, imagine if it goes wrong, how much it'll cost. Imagine the gearbox in a Porsche.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine how much that costs to fix. So it might only cost you $5,000 to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Because then we talk about the Mazda MX-5 as being, we've decided that's the pinnacle of it might not be as cool as a Porsche,
Right.
but if something goes wrong, it's a bit more mainstream, easy to fix in the world
Right.
of little two-seater cars, sort of thing. So I do like the Z4 though. I like the BMW Z4 though. That's a nice looking car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Roof down, cruising
The
about.
only thing is, Mark, though, you cannot have your hair blown in the wind.
Well, I know. Obviously, with my complexion, I'm suited to having the roof down as well. As obviously,
You need
I put the roof down
need,
and I put the hat on.
you need a Volvo with corduroys, man. That's the car you should be going through. You know what I mean?
nice sort of beige interior, just
Yeah.
sort of just gliding along. Oh,
Well, I always used to see you got like a free pair of corduroys in the glove compartments. You know what I mean? For every new owner of a Volvo. But
oh man, I might just stick with the Skoda for now. I might just stick with
it's fingers crossed it doesn't
it.
cost you anything. Mark, let us call
Yeah.
it a day on this
Hot,
little hot.
warm.
Yes, yes. So, Mark, where can I find you on the internet?
Oof.
Oh,
Goodness, it's Mark's Allotment Plot on YouTube, Instagram, Patreon, and TikTok.
and if that car doesn't get fixed, if anyone's driving along that road, you'll see this fella walking there. You know what I mean?
Man.
Well,
I'll be
hopefully with a
dripping. I'll
hat
have a hat on. I'll be dripping. Bloody car.
Give him a lift. Give him a lift. Mark, it's lovely to have you on. Thank you, lad.
Thank you. It's been good.
See
It's been
you
a pleasure.
again next week.
Indeed.
Look out, everyone. Take good care. Toodle bip.